Hello, everybody. My name is Tracy, and I want to welcome everybody who's watching um, to continue watching. I just got a notice here, so hold on a second. Okay, so we're gonna move this to. Okay, I hate when those notices come up. So, first of all, welcome to a very special episode of the Saturday show. Usually I tape this in Zoom and then broadcast later. I was scheduled to have a guest today, but I'm not sure if he's going to show, but I'm still going to continue. So, for those who've never watched the Saturday show, I normally start off with something serious and then something very silly. So, look for that to go on today. Um, Before I get started paying a lot of bills, I do want to invite you to subscribe. I'm up to 117 in terms of the amount of subscribers that I have. I would love to be at 1,000 before the end of the year. It's not looking like it'll happen, but I'm still shooting for 1,000. So please subscribe. Um, I'm trying to see is my guest coming. Um, I'll be with you guys here in just a moment. And I'm just look at that address while I'm typing here. Probably not. Okay, so definitely want to invite you all to subscribe to this page if you haven't. There is something new that I want to talk about in terms of supporting my channel. I am no longer on Patreon. So if you want to support me, you can go to buymeacoffee.com /TRACYMedia LLC. That's where exclusive content is going to go on. To that page instead of the Patreon page. So be sure to support me by going to buymeacoffee.com /TRACYMedia LLC. Remember, of course, to subscribe to this channel. Please do that. You can visit my Facebook page where this should be broadcasting, but for some reason, StreamYard is having an issue with Facebook. But you can also watch this show on TRACYMediaLLC.com. And that's it. So let's get to the topic. Um, I have a theory about the student loan debt relief. And I want to say this in this way. It's a conspiracy theory. I'm just going to be honest and tell you it's a conspiracy theory. Um, it's just something that I believe is going on. I don't have concrete evidence, but there's a lot of indication that what I'm thinking is right. So, what I'm talking about is if you all didn't know, or if you've forgotten, President Biden had um, declared, or whatever, that there would be $10,000 minimum for people who didn't have Pell Grants, and then maximum $20,000 in terms of student loan debt relief. And that was under the pandemic guidelines called the Hope Project. I hope I'm getting this right. This is why I wanted my guest on, so I could make sure I was getting this right. Anyway, of course, the Republicans got butthurt and decided to sue. And the Supreme Court basically said what I thought they would say is, hey, you can't, this doesn't fit under here. You can't do it. This is unconstitutional. You don't have the authority to do it under this particular act. So, of course, a lot of people are desperately disappointed. If you look at student loan debt in its totality, there's billions of dollars that Americans are in debt for loans that they will probably never repay. I know personally I have about what 33, 34,000, and I didn't even finish my college education. Um, there are some people that have up to 150,000 because they've gone on to higher levels of matriculation. But it's just it's was disappointing. Although I personally knew this is what the court was going to do because they're just they're just who they are. Well, I'm going to put it nice like that so YouTube doesn't take me down. Um, so after that, the administration came out and said they were disappointed, blah, 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 and they were working on a new plan. This is where I get confused because I believe, and to whoever is watching, you can please comment, thank you. But I believe that they're going to go under the original Board of Education where they could relieve student loan debt for the same amount. Although I'm going to talk about this a little bit later. Why can't you do the whole thing? But they're going to go under that act instead of this whole COVID thing that they did. But there was another process that I believe the administration was looking to, where basically if you paid a certain amount over 25 years, that 25th year you would get your loan forgiven. I think that's right, but please correct me because I think that's what I heard the president say, but I'm not 100% certain in terms of what I thought I heard him say. Um, that could be it. I'm just not sure. Um, my theory is this. I'm just going to get to my theory. I don't think Biden wanted to do student loan debt relief, period. Why choose this mechanism, the first one under the COVID Act, no, let me backtrack. First, the promise was $50,000 worth of debt relief. Win a year, nothing. Then somehow, some way, it just dropped to 10,000 to 20. Don't know where that drop came from, but it did drop because first he said 50, then it went to 10 to 20. First problem. Second problem is I believe he's the same senator who sponsored, I don't know if he wrote the bill that said you can't make student loan debt part of your bankruptcy because there used to be way back in the 70s, you used to be able to make your student loan part of your bankruptcy. And I'm not sure if he was one of the co-sponsors of the bill or he just supported it. Because back in the day, Biden was like, because he's still basically the same. He was way, 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 way more conservative. Don't know how he got away with calling himself a Democrat, but that's neither here nor there. So that's the first problem. The second problem is why not, with this new thing that they have over the 25-year loan period, why means tested? Why do you have to meet so many criteria just to get relief? It should be it should be simple. You got a debt, we give you $10,000 on it, the end. It shouldn't be all this filling out paperwork and emailing people and showing pay stubs and whatever else. It's just the means testing is what's making me think, oh, he didn't really want this. Because if he really wanted this, there was one thing that he could have done, and that was just eliminated. Just say, you know what? All this student loan debt is forgiven and make college education free. But that's a whole argument for another day. It's apparent to me that's what's happening. Um, because again, it doesn't make sense. Why would you take this this avenue of going through the COVID to relieve student loan debt? People according to some articles I've read, people were telling him, no, this isn't going to work. The courts are going to strike it down. This doesn't have a chance. But he wanted to pursue this effort. It could have been the Secretary of Education. Don't know. But someone made the decision to go with that option, which, again, it was said to the administration, hey, this is not going to work. It's not going to work. You shouldn't try it. It's just going to just get defeated. And of course it did, because the Republican Party is petty. They're going to sue no matter what. Even if Biden said, all debts are forgiven, they're going to sue because that's who they are. But again, it's like he didn't even want it, because it's like he purposely chose a method that wasn't going to work. And if he knew it wasn't going to work, then why try it? Second, why come up with all of these levels of means testing? I don't understand the need to means test. Like I said, it should be very simple. You have a college loan, you get debt relief. That's the whole criteria. Period. It shouldn't be, again, this whole thing where you got to mail in a letter or go on a website and produce pay stubs and write an essay about why you should get loan debt relief or blah, 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 blah. The means testing is just another barrier. It's a barrier to keep people from applying for it. There's no reason. I know some people that filled out the uh, debt relief application, and they were like, it's pages and pages. Why go? I mean, I know why they're going through it, because they want to get their student loan debt forgiven. But why create that barrier? That barrier could be preventing people from applying for this. And I can't help but think this is one of those things that is intentional, because it doesn't make sense to me why, again, would you explore avenue that you were told wasn't going to work. And Elizabeth Warren had said, no, don't do this instead. And a you chose an option that you knew wasn't going to work. Um, and then you came up with this new brilliant idea to stretch that loan over 25 years. Um, and of course, it's means tested. Don't know how long the application process is going to be. You can say it's going to be weeks. Everybody won't qualify for it, because if you means test, you can put in as many barriers as you can. And it's it's just frustrating to me that people can't see it, because it's so obvious. It's so obvious that this is being means tested. I mean, this is a purpose. This is being done on purpose. It just, when you literally have the ability to say, you know what, it's all forgiven. He can literally do that under the Higher Education Act, which I'm going to find here in a second, and it would be over with. It would be literally over with. This whole kit caboodle, make you want to dance, go outside, hopscotch, play Candyland, go down to the grocery store, buy a game of Monopoly, then come back and gather your family, gather your friends, and get 3 testimonials. It's unnecessary. And I wonder why. I mean, I know I believe they're doing this on purpose, because the administration does not want to provide any relief. But it's like they think that if they appear to do it, then people will be satisfied. But again, come September, or no, at the end of August, well, September, those bills are going to be due. And even if you apply for this so-called relief that the administration is talking about, who knows how long that's going to take? Who knows how many documents you're going to have to produce? Who knows if anybody's going to get approved? I'm sure some people will. but not everybody that goes through that program, which is sickening, embarrassing, and it's insulting. But there's no guarantee that if you apply, you're going to get approved. Um, it's just it's just one of these things that I've just been really thinking about is, does this administration want to succeed? And I have to say the answer is no. I don't see any comments right now. I didn't mean to jump like that, but I'm looking to see if there's comments. I see people watching, but I don't see any comments, so I'll continue my um, pivot into, does this administration want to fail? It looks like yes, because again, in this student loan example, you took an option that you were told was not going to work. No rhyme, no reason. Sure, it could have been the Secretary of State, but as president, you make the final call. And coming up with this second plan, it was just like, do you want to win? That's my question. I don't think he wants to win, because if he did, number one thing he could absolutely positively do is cut out all student loans. There are over, I was reading an article that said there are over 100 executive actions that he could take right now. Doesn't need Congress, doesn't need the Senate, won't take it. And I'm just wondering, does he really want to win? Because he's not acting like it. And people can give me this, oh, the economy is doing well. Well, you know what? You tell that to the people, to the 60% of Americans that live paycheck to paycheck. You tell that to the increased homeless population. You tell that to the people who have to take care of their elderly parents, or take care of their children, or have to have relatives take care of their children because they can't afford childcare. Um, no, that's such a misnomer of a number that it's hard for me to even understand why people would say that. That's like, it's like an insult to the people, like I said, the 60% of people that can't afford, you have 60% of Americans living paycheck to paycheck. You have several Americans that can't afford a $400 emergency. But somehow I'm supposed to believe that the economy is doing well. Like I said, no, you tell that to the homeless person. You tell that to the person that can't find a job. Tell that to the person that has 2 jobs and 3 jobs. Um, are we talking about, one of the things was, oh, well, we've created more jobs. What type of jobs? Are those jobs paying living wages? Do they come with benefits? Do they come with 401ks? What type of job are we talking about? Are we talking about any job, or like I said, a well-paying, I would say, union job? And I just, I don't, and I hope somebody comments, because again, I throw the scratchy, so I'm like struggling here, but there's just this not itch, but there's just this thing going on my head that's saying he doesn't want to succeed, or or well, no, I think he doesn't want to succeed. I think that they would rather have a Trump presidency than an independent win the White House. But again, they're not wanting to win. Everything they do is telling me, you don't want it. And maybe you should step down if that's the way he feels. But this, I don't understand why the intentional failure. It's just an intentional failure that the administration gets to just pull off, and nobody's out there. I mean, there are some of us that are saying something, but nobody seems to want to listen. They still want to vote for Biden because, well, Trump is running, we can't have Trump. And that whole thing is just, it's leading to this kind of thing. When you have the power to do something and you don't do it, you look for these other avenues so you can say, well, I tried. No, you didn't try. The Education Act means you tried. Going through all these other things means, yeah, you just want to make it look like you tried. um, I just don't get it. I just don't understand. I wish I could share video clips, but I can't because I don't have two laptops. And again, because I don't have two laptops, I'm definitely going to say go to buymeacoffee.com/TRACYMedia LLC to show support for my channel. Um, right now, you should be able to watch me on my website, Tracy Media LLC, this channel, and my Twitch channel because, again, Facebook was not working. But that's what I was going to talk to Allan about, is just why does it seem like the administration wants to fail? I don't understand. Like I'm literally sitting here thinking, well, it could be this, it could be this, and I don't know. So, anybody watching want to comment, I greatly appreciate it because there's people watching, but nobody commenting. So, we're going to get into our less serious topic. And I've been thinking about this a while. Um, who has the best biscuits? Yes, that's right. I'm talking about biscuits, the item that I shouldn't have, blah, 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 blah. But there are some places that serve biscuits, breakfast or combo meal thing. There's the horrible ones, Popeyes, KFC, um, but there are some really good ones like Chick-fil-A has. I know. Somebody's gonna say, "Why are you eating Chick-fil-A?" But their biscuits are very good. Um, then there's well, Hardee's is the best. Hardee's is the best one, no doubt about it. McDonald's is pretty good. Like they have the only thing I like from them is their breakfast menu, and I'm not gonna go into a tryout because I'm gonna shut this down in a few minutes. But um, the biscuit is good like when you pick it up and it like crumbles when you pick it up, or it separates really easy. Like you can tear it into two. That's when you know the biscuit is good. When you know it's not good is, well, basically when you eat it at Popeyes. Dry, you can't pull it apart. No matter how much honey you put on it, it's gonna be terrible. Um, you can drink a crap load of water, it still won't be good. But that's all I had to say about that because I was looking forward to my guest today. Um, oh, I do have a couple of announcements, and I'm gonna get back to my biscuit topic later, not later in this broadcast, but later in another broadcast. So I have a Rumble channel. Please support me on Rumble. I cannot go live until I get 5 subscribers. Um, I'll put up the link. Let's see. I'm going to try to find my Rumble page because I need as much support as I can get. And without it, it's going to be really, really hard because, again, you need 5 followers to go live. And well, if you count me, that's one. So I need 4 more people to follow me on Rumble, and I'll show you the address because I just found it. So follow me at rumble.com/user/TRACYMedia74, and I'll put up a test video that I did. But I'm thinking about, well, obviously, I'm thinking about moving the Saturday show to Rumble and leaving the other shows on YouTube because I want to make sure that at first I saw everything in one place, but I don't know if that's a good way to do it or to have a variety. But just remember to go to rumble.com/user TRACYMedia74, or just go to rumble.com and in the search box type TRACYMedia74 and you'll be able to follow. So my back is hurting so bad, and I apologize for cutting this off, but my back is killing me. So I'm going to take this time off. However, I do have an interview next week, and I want to talk about that quickly. Um, let's see. Hold on. What is this? Wait a minute. Wait a minute. I know this is going to be talked about. So, I thought I had another Saturday show scheduled for to go live, but apparently I don't. Um, but I do want to talk about the last thing is I'm going to be going live during the RNC primary debate. And I'm not sure if I can share this screen, but it'll be C-SPAN. I'll tell you that right now because C-SPAN does it for free. So I'll be watching and then chiming in every once in a while. And the reason I mention this is it's coming up this month. So just mark your calendars down for that. I'm working on a lot of things. I'm going to be doing commercials after this. But like I said, my back is just, oh, it hurts so bad. So I'm going to cut this short. But I definitely will visit the biscuit topic later. I'm just, like I said, my back is just bothering me so much that I cannot continue right now. So I want to thank everybody for watching this special edition of the Saturday show. Be sure to subscribe to my YouTube channel. Follow me on my Rumble channel. Be sure to support me at Buy Me a Coffee /TRACYMedia LLC. And I believe 74 is in the title. Let's see. Hold on just a moment here. Okay, hold on just a moment. Yep. So remember to go there to buymeacoffee.com /TRACYMedia. Thank you all for joining me. Have a fantastic day. Bye-bye.